All right. Whew, man. You know the beautiful thing about coming out here and being alone is that you get to be one with the earth, man. Our skin and our body goes back to the earth. See, especially if you're melanated. Look, perfect timing. The chemtrails. You get the sun. You get all this stuff, man. But anyways, man, I just want to say a few words, man. Shalom to you, brothers out there. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Salutations to the 1/3 and 144 war. I was talking about the different color spectrum the other day, man, and how it flows, especially when I be on smoking and stuff like that, man. It definitely I get put on a higher level. I'm gonna say this before I get into the video, man. You know, when I first did acid, you know what I could picture everything like, and there's a lot of people out there that did this and did that. I was a party animal. You know, growing up, had a lot of girls, went to a lot of parties, did a whole lot of different stuff. You know, prom, all that good stuff that we all go to when we're younger, or you know, to high school, all that. Brothers, talk about your childbirths, you know, because we all have special individual childbirths, man. But anyways, man, yeah, that's that. Different, you know, herbs and stuff like that opens up different things in the body of men, or if you're a woman, you know, pretty much at this point, I think the Lord's breaking it down. There's only a few men left, you know. The plague that devoured the earth, man. So 7 women are going to cleave onto 1 man. Yeah. See? So pretty much, I wanted to read a book of Enoch real quick. I'm going to start at chapter 6, matter of fact. So, you know, these aren't really that random, but they are pretty random. Everything that I'm doing in these last days is all to really remind myself, you know, my reality, my setting, you know, where I'm at and where we are in prophecy. Because it's all being fulfilled, and it's all going to be fulfilled. And, you know, when I was sitting over there at that mountain, you know, the heavy thing about that is, you know, I sat right into a bee, but it wasn't moving though. So just making my point again, you know, the brothers was talking about, you know, reading backwards. You know, I was sitting right next to a bee, man. That was pretty fucking interesting. That's what I was sitting next to. What's up, guys? Anyways, let me get into this real quick. Like I said, Hollywood knows a whole lot of truths. Ain't nothing new. Ain't something you will understand if you're not looking, but if you're looking, you will definitely understand it. This is the book of Enoch right here. It's a book you can get at the store, Amazon, so on and so forth. See? So I just wanted to read this real quick. This is chapter 6. I pretty much read the whole thing. I skipped through some chapters because it goes into some heavy stuff. You know, constellations, Earth, their origins of certain things, and you know, I'm gonna have to dive into other books, man. See, because it goes into things that been taken out of the scriptures, and we know, you know, like the Vatican, they have a lot of truths, you know, that's underneath there. So whether it's physical or spiritual, it doesn't really matter. What I'm doing is I'm searching for deeper truths, bottom line truths, man, and that's why I watch the brothers' videos. I hope brothers watch my videos, because these are things that I be going into, you know. So shalom to the family, man. The book of Enoch, chapter 6. I'm just gonna get into it real quick. It's me right here, my shoes, my jacket, my water, little belt buckle, whatever you want to fucking call it. Book of Enoch, chapter 6. And it came to pass when the children of man had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. So we know, Genesis with Noah, it pretty much summarizes what Noah was going through, what he was facing. Now, Enoch was before Noah. You see what I'm saying? So he goes more in depth into it. So I'm going to keep going. And the angels, the children of heaven, saw and lusted after them and said one to another, come, let us choose as wives from among the children of men, and begat us children. So from my perspective, these are the ones that was in heaven. The scriptures talk about the first estate. The angel that left their first estate. All right. In the book of Jude, kept in the chains of darkness, man. Jacob, he's seen that ladder down and up and down. And Samjaza, and I did my research on all these different names, but I'm just going to go through it again. And Samjaza, who was the leader, said unto him, I fear you when I indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, let us swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecation not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. So, just to talk about that oath, what is an oath? It's an agreement. GMS is talking about, this guy is this guy, and Marsha is this, and Marsha is that, and this, that, the third. Personally, for me, I don't really hate GMS. They just don't bring out the new covenant, because they have to bring out. I mean, come on now. New covenant is in full play. But, when it comes to these certain oaths, that's what these particular angels of heaven did. Let me read it again. All right? This is multifold, man. You got brothers that go back to the old and new. And all of us go back to the old and new. See? Where's the Old Testament and New Testament, man? Like I said, everybody is pretty much here, back in the regeneration. So what am I doing? I'm enduring everything that I'm going through, man. Being obedient to the will of the Most High. Pretty much everything's being revealed, okay, of who everybody is. Slakia. Then swore they all together and bound themselves by mutual implication upon it. And they were all in 200 who descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon. And they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual implications upon it. No, I'm not crying. Nobody's crying. So they made an oath on Mount Hermon. Okay? And these are the names of the leaders. So not only, it's not just these guys, it's not just these particular angels, but check it out. Then swore they all together and bound themselves by mutual implications upon it, and there were in altogether 200. 200, bro. That's a lot. Descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon, because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual implications upon it. So they had an agreement. Okay? They're in one mind, one spirit. And these are the names of the leaders: Semiaz, the leader, Arikiba, Ramil, Kokabil, Tamil, Ramil, Daniel. It's a Daniel, but Ezekiel, Barak Kijal, Asael, Armaros, Batarel, Ananel, Sakil, Semsapil, Satarel, Terrell, Jumjil, and Cyril. Now, like I said, there were 200, but these are the leaders of them. These are the chiefs of tens. Okay? So that oath that was brought out here in the book of Enoch is pretty much going to speak of itself. All right? Because the end is just the beginning, and the beginning is the end, man. Chapter 7. And all the others together with themselves took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one. And they began to go in unto themselves and to divide themselves with themselves. I mean, just to say it like this, now that everything's being revealed, I keep saying it again, I'm going to say it again. Wherever you are, and, you watch certain of us, wherever you are, wherever realm you're in, that's where you're going to get, that's where it's going to strike you like lightning. So it's going to reveal to you who you are. by you reading the scriptures, by you analyzing the scriptures, by the scriptures coming out. Because we're living in it, we're reading it, we're breathing it. Okay? So I'm gonna say it again. I'm not with pretty much I'm Amagabar. All right? I'm with the Hebrews. But the Gentiles can make it too. That's why everything's coming in full play. But you know, we are battle tested and we are battle ready. That's why I always say all these things that we've been going through pretty much gotten us to this point. See? It's kind of like a spiritual boot camp, man. The Lord, he threw it to a whole bunch of shit, man. See? He had us endure a whole lot of stuff for this point. And like, I'm gonna ask that question again, because you know they say this and they say that, but this generation will make a change. And so that change is trusting in the Most High and trusting in the brethren that were doing the mighty work, man. Beautiful. And it became pregnant, verse 7, chapter 7, Salakia. And all the others together with them took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one, and they began to go in unto them. And they defiled themselves with them, and they taught charms and enchantments, and the cutting of roots, and made them acquainted with plants. And they became pregnant. So these angels, you know, they're taking these wives, and, you know, they're having their fun, man, because that's exactly how it was supposed to play out. And they became pregnant, and they bare great giants whose height was 3,000 eels, whose consumed all the acquisition of men. And when man could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and they devoured one another's flesh and to drink the blood. See, I defend the brethren. I don't particularly hate any brother out there. I'll defend my brothers, man. And that's why, you know, we have to understand who's who and what's what. By us understanding that, it puts everybody in their position. See? So I don't really trust a lot of people. I trust in the Most High, man. You know, Hamashiach, Christ. Whatever name you call him, he's a spirit. We see him as he is, man. Even though he has many faces, we see him as he is. So that's what I'm defending. I know my true brothers, man. Okay? Brother. Beautiful, let's keep going. The giants turn against them and devour mankind. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and they devour one another's flesh and drink the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. So pretty much, just like I'm saying, everything is falling to its place. And Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and make known to them the metals of the earth, and the art of working them, and breastlets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and of all kinds of costly stones, and all coloring tinners. And there arose much godlessness, and they all committed fornication, and they were all led astray and became corrupt in all their ways. Samjaza, he's the leader. I forgot who Samjaza was, man. Gotta look into him more. Samjaza taught enchantments and root cuttings. Amaros, the resolving of enchantments. Berekijal taught astrology. Kokabel, the constellation. Ezekiel, the knowledge of the clouds. Arikiel, the signs of the earth. Samzil, the signs of the sun. And Cyril, the course of the moon. And as man perished, they cried, and their cry went up to heaven. So pretty much, you know, 3 classifications, right? You know, the men were being destroyed, man, because that was their position, pretty much. They cried, and their cry went up to heaven. And then Michael, chapter 9, I'm gonna end up on this right here. And then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel, right? Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel, Michael, Uriel, looked down from heaven and saw much blood being shed upon the earth, and all lawlessness being wrought upon the earth. And they said one to another, the earth made without inhabitants cries the voice of the crying up to the gates of heaven. And now to you, I'm all right. Have a great day, guys. Yeah. And now to you, the holy ones of heaven, the souls of man make their cries. Their suit, Slakia, saying, bring our cause before the Most High. And they said to the Lord of the ages, Lord of lords, God of gods, King of kings, and God of the ages, the throne of that glory standeth unto all the generations of the ages, and thy name holy and glorious and blessed unto all the ages. Thou hast made all things, and power over all things hast thou, and all things are naked and open in thy sight. And thou seest all things, and nothing can hide itself from thee. Thou seest what Azazel has done, who was taught all righteousness on the earth, and revealed the eternal secrets, which were preserved in heaven, which man were striving to learn. So man wanted to know these things, man. See, so who did it first? The originals, man, the origins. And Samjaza, to whom thou hast given authority to bear rule over his associates, and they have gone to the daughters of men upon the earth, and have slept with the woman, and have defiled himself, and revealed to them all kinds of sins. And the woman have borne giants, and the whole earth has thereby been filled with blood and unrighteousness. You got to be able to read it with a spiritual mind, even though you already know what's going on. How you doing there? Are you single? Are you single?
No.
Gotcha. You're really beautiful.
Thank you.
Take care. All right. And now behold, the souls of those who have died are crying and making their suit to the gates of heaven, and their lamentations have ascended, and cannot cease, because of the lawless deeds which are wrought on the earth. And thou knowest all things before they come to pass, and thou seest these things, and thou dost suffer them, and thou dost not say to us, what are we to do to them in regard to these? All right. Beautiful. I'm going to keep going. Chapter 10. Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One, spake and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said to him, go to Noah and tell him in my name, hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching. So we know in the beginning, the earth was destroyed by what? By water. All right. Certain, like I was talking about the geological, certain places. They even found Noah's Ark. See? So we really got to understand that, man. And the second time is going to be by what? By fire. Hide thyself and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed. And the deluge is about to come upon the whole earth and will destroy all that is on it. And I instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved for all the generations of the world. And again the Lord said to Raphael, bind Azazel hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert, which is in Dudale, and cast him therein. And place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness. Let him abide there forever, and cover his face that he may not see light. And on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire, and heal the earth which the angels have corrupted, and proclaim the healings of the earth, that they may heal the plague. And that all the children of men may not perish through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed, and have taught their sons. I'm going to read it again. And that all the children of men may not perish through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed, and have taught their sons. And the whole earth had been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel, to him ascribe all sin. And to Gabriel, said the Lord, proceed against the bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication and the children of the watchers from among men, and cause them to go forth and send them one to another, that they may destroy each other in battle, for the length of days shall they not have. And no request that they, i.e. their fathers, make of thee shall be granted unto their fathers on their behalf. For they hope to live in eternal life, and that each of them will live 500 years. So men were living long back then, but the years kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter, pretty much preluding to the grapes. And the Lord said unto Michael, go bind Samjaza and his associates, who have united themselves with woman, so as to have defiled himself with them in all their uncleanness. And when their sons have slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved sons, bind them fast for 70 generations in the valleys of the earth, till the days of their judgment and their consummation, till the judgment that is forever and ever is consummated. In those days they shall be led up to the abyss of fire, and to the torment and the prison in which they shall be confined forever. And whosoever shall be condemned and destroyed with from thence will be bound together with them to the end of all generations. And destroy all the spirits of the reprobate and the children of the watchers, because they have wronged mankind. Okay? Mankind, which are the earthlings. Destroy all wrong from the face of the earth, and let every evil work come to an end, and let the plant of righteousness and truth appear, and it shall prove a blessing the work of righteousness, and truth shall be planted in truth and joy forevermore. And then shall all the righteous escape. You already know. I know you know. And shall live till they beget thousands of children, and all the days of their youth and their old age, till they complete in peace. That's why I love both houses, because I'm of both houses. And then shall the whole earth be tilled in righteousness, and shall all be planted with trees and be full of blessing. And all desirable trees shall be planted on it, and they shall plant vines on it, and the vine which they plant thereon shall yield wine in abundance. And as for the seeds which is sown thereon, each measure of it shall bear 1,000, and each measure of oils yield 10 presses of oil. I gotta read it. I got to read it. I ought. Remember? And cleanse thou the earth from all oppression, and from all unrighteousness, and from all sin, and from all godliness, and all uncleanness that is wrought upon the earth, destroy from off the earth. And all the children of men shall become righteous, and all nations shall offer adoration, and shall praise me, and all shall worship me. And the earth shall be cleansed from all defilement, and from all sin, and from all punishment, and from all torment, and I will never again send upon it from generation to generation upon it. It says, and in those days I will open the storage chambers of blessing which are in heaven, so as to send them down upon the earth over the work and labor of the children of men. And truth and peace shall be associated together throughout all the days of the world and throughout all the generations of men. I'm going to read it. I'm going to finish reading it. No, I love you, and I love you, and I love you, and I love you. 12. Before these things, Enoch was hidden, and no one of the children of men knew where he was hidden, and where he abode, and what had become of him. And his activities had to do with the watchers, and his days were with the holy ones. And I, Enoch, was blessed in the Lord of majesty, and the King of the ages, and lo, the watchers called me Enoch the scribe, and said to me, what are they calling Enoch? Enoch the scribe. Enoch, thou scribe of righteousness, go declare to the watchers of the heavens who have left the high heaven, their holy eternal place, and have defiled themselves with woman, and have done as the children of earth do, and have taken unto themselves wives. You have wrought great destruction on the earth, and you shall have no peace, nor forgiveness of sins. And as much as they delight themselves in their children, the murder of their beloved ones shall they see, and over the destruction of their children shall they lament, and shall make supplication unto eternity. But mercy and peace shall you not attain. That was a heavy chapter right there. Heavy chapters, put an S on it. So, that oath, it's really important. I did a lot of research on all this. I don't know who everybody is. I did a lot of research. Some Jaza is the leader of these angels. But I'm gonna have to look into a little bit about some Jaza. Anyways, all praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Salutation to the 1/3, 144. No, that's not what I'm about to say. All right, love you, brothers, man. Tabernacle of Malak. Okay, Bethlehem Ephrata. New covenant and old. Okay. So my soul too. I am. Shalom.